Welcome back to Unfiltered and Off Script. I'm your host, Jason Vaughn. No filters, no rehearsed answers, just real conversations about sports, music, culture, parenting, and whatever else had the internet arguing this week. This week, LeBron James made another major career move. Ariana Grande took legal action over stolen, unreleased music. Apple Music raised its subscription prices. And governments increased pressure on social media companies over teen safety. Those stories sound unrelated, but they all ask the same question. Who really has control? Can an athlete control the end of his career, or do fans believe he owes them loyalty? Does an artist control her music, or does the internet think everything belongs to the public? Do customers control their spending, or have subscriptions become bills we are too tired to cancel? And are parents in control online, or competing against companies built to hold our attention? Let's talk about it. First, LeBron James. LeBron is joining the Philadelphia 76ers, returning to the Eastern Conference for what could be the final chapter of his career. No matter how you feel about him, the man knows how to make the basketball world stop. People have claimed they are tired of LeBron for almost 20 years. But every time he makes a decision, those same people become detectives. They study the contract, inspect the roster, track airplanes, and analyze every social media post. You do not perform that much research on somebody you supposedly do not care about. That is not hatred anymore. That is an unpaid internship. Philadelphia has talent, and adding LeBron's leadership, passing, size, and playoff experience makes the roster look terrifying. But basketball is not played on paper. Every offseason, fans collect famous names on a graphic and begin planning a parade. Then the season starts. One player is managing his knee. Another misses 3 weeks. Somebody is unhappy with his touches. The offense becomes 4 people watching one person dribble. You cannot collect stars and press the simulation button. Can everybody stay healthy? Who controls the offense late? Who sacrifices shots? Can they defend younger teams? Can the stars remain happy when somebody gets fewer touches? LeBron's move also brings back the loyalty argument. Teams trade players without asking permission. A player can buy a home, enroll his children in school, and believe he has found a permanent city. Then his phone rings. Pack your things. You live somewhere else now. But when a superstar chooses his destination, people scream about loyalty. Loyalty cannot be a one-way contract. Fans can feel disappointed. We can debate whether the move is smart, but the decision still belongs to the player. Now let's move from an athlete controlling his career to an artist fighting to control her work. Ariana Grande filed a lawsuit against hackers accused of stealing unreleased songs, private photos, videos, and recording session material. Listening to leaked music does not make you a better fan. You are not part of the artist's inner circle. You did not unlock a secret achievement. You are listening to stolen property while pretending your curiosity matters more than the artist's consent. Artists record unfinished songs all the time. Some are experiments. Some have temporary lyrics. Some were created during personal moments. Some are tracks the artist later decides not to release. And yes, some are simply not good. Artists deserve the right to make that decision. Imagine somebody stealing every voice memo from your phone, including the clip where you attempted a high note and sounded like a smoke detector begging for new batteries. Then strangers upload it and complain that it sounds unfinished. Of course it does. I recorded it while looking for parking. A song is not merely content, it is somebody's work. Producers, writers, engineers, and musicians worked on it. Release schedules and business plans may be attached to it. A leak can expose unfinished collaborations, destroy a rollout, or cause the public to judge a rough version before the artist completes the real one. Once something appears online, you cannot realistically place it back in the vault. The internet never forgets. It barely forgives a typo. Speaking of music and people wanting more of your money, Apple Music increased its subscription prices. One extra dollar may not sound serious. That is exactly how subscriptions defeat us. They quietly take one more dollar. Then another company takes two. Soon you realize you are paying for streaming services, storage plans, a forgotten meditation app, and a fitness membership that only exercises your debit card. Everything is a subscription. Music, television, food delivery, software, even your doorbell. Soon your refrigerator will lock the ice dispenser and say, "Upgrade to premium hydration to continue." Companies know customers will complain, threaten to cancel, remember their playlists are stored there, and suddenly become negotiators. Well, technically, it is only one extra dollar. That is how they get you. $1 does not feel painful, but subscriptions are not attacking individually. They are attacking as a group. The music app says $1. The video service says $2. The phone bill says $5. Insurance says $20. The grocery bill says, "I do not even need to explain myself anymore." Individually, each increase looks manageable. Collectively, your paycheck disappears before you properly introduce yourself to it. Finally, children and social media. Parents should know which applications their children use. They should talk to them about strangers, bullying, scams, explicit content, privacy, and the fact that not everyone online is who they claim to be. You cannot hand a child a phone with unlimited internet access and then become shocked that the internet showed up. But an exhausted parent is not competing on equal ground against a multi-billion-dollar technology company. These companies have engineers, algorithms, behavioral data, notifications, autoplay, and endless testing designed to keep users engaged. A parent has a job, dishes in the sink, unanswered emails, and maybe 4 hours of sleep. That is not an equal competition. People say parents should just take the phone away. Sometimes they should, but we should also ask why digital products are intentionally difficult to put down. Infinite scrolling gives your brain no natural stopping point. There is always another video, comment, notification, or stranger explaining why somebody seasoned a steak incorrectly. You are not hungry, but now you are emotionally involved. Adults struggle with that design. Imagine what it does to children still developing impulse control, confidence, emotional regulation, and identity. Young people compare their bodies to edited images, their ordinary lives to somebody else's highlight reel, and their worth to likes and followers. That is too much authority to hand an algorithm. But banning everything is not automatically the answer. Social media can help young people learn, create, find communities, and maintain relationships. The goal is to teach children how to use technology without allowing it to use them. That means strong privacy settings, nighttime boundaries, and conversations that do not become interrogations. Children should know they can ask for help without automatically losing every device they own. When honesty always leads to punishment, children may hide the problem. Predators, scammers, and bullies depend on silence. Children need to hear, "You will not be punished for asking for help. You do not have to send money because somebody threatens you. You do not have to send a picture to prove trust. You do not owe strangers access to your body, location, school, or private life." The screen does not make manipulation harmless. Platforms also need to do more than hand parents a complicated settings menu and call the problem solved. Safety should not be hidden behind 12 buttons. Young accounts should begin with strong protections. Reporting should be simple. Suspicious adult contacts should trigger meaningful intervention. Children are not engagement numbers. Their development should matter more than another hour of screen time. This week's biggest conversations all come back to control. LeBron is controlling the final chapter of his career. Ariana is fighting to control her private work. Apple Music is testing how much control customers have over subscriptions that shape their budgets. Parents, governments, and technology companies are fighting over who controls the digital environments children enter every day. Control is rarely handed to you. You have to pay attention. Athletes must understand their leverage. Artists must protect their work. Customers must inspect their bills. Parents must remain present in their children's digital lives. All of us need to stop confusing access with entitlement. Just because you can watch somebody does not mean you own them. Just because you can download something does not mean it belongs to you. Just because a company can charge more does not mean you have to keep paying. And just because an application is popular does not mean it deserves unlimited access to your time, attention, or children. The athletes keep moving. The prices keep rising. The internet keeps leaking things it was never supposed to have. And somewhere right now, a parent is telling a child to put the phone down while holding a phone in the other hand. We are all works in progress. This has been Unfiltered and Off Script. I'm your host, Jason Vaughn. Stay informed. Protect what belongs to you. Question what you are being sold. And remember, being connected to everything does not mean everything deserves access to you. I'll catch y'all on the next one. We out.